hoc chord melody arrangement on all of me, right? So here's the lead sheet, and basically what I mean with ad hoc is that I didn't prepare anything, but just like I want to take you on a journey how you can do your own chord melody, and I just want to share what I'm thinking and how I would work on a chord melody arrangement. And in this particular case, my goal is, you don't have to do it like this, but I think it's a very good exercise. I want to harmonize really each and every note of the melody. So first of all, I'm just going to play the melody so that I get the tune into my ear before I start finding chords, right? Just like always, I think that's really always a good idea if you're working on a tune. Play it a little bit, listen to recordings, just, you know, to set the mood and sort of to help your subconscious know what you want to do. So I'm going to play the melody one time. So while I've been playing this, I want to say I'm playing it already up high, right? I'm playing it in a higher, on the higher strings, right? Like preferably B and E string, just for a start, as long as it is possible, because then I have a lot of strings that are lower where I can put chord voicings on it, right? If I play it really low and I end here on the E, then it's going to be hard to find a chord here. Also possible, of course, but can also get kind of muddy, and so I'm playing it high. And the second thing that I wanted to mention, because I have been obsessing about that, is the rhythm. So I sort of forget about the rhythm if I know the tune well. I know this tune very well. And also I sort of know the lyrics, not really, but I think it starts like all of me. Why not take all of me? So I know the phrases, and then I can think in the phrases of the lyrics when I'm working on my chord melody arrangement, and that those where the phrase ends, sort of my phrase ends, and then I have a little bit more liberty and it will still sound logical, I guess. So the first chord is, the tune is in C major, the first chord is C major, this is the tonic, and interestingly enough, the melody is really a C triad, right? And now the question is, of course, how can we harmonize it, right? I would used to think that if there's, you know, a C major chord on the lead sheet, I used to think then I have to harmonize each and every note with a C major triad, right? Because that's what's on the paper. So let's try to do that. That's of course also possible here because the notes of the triad are all part of the chord. So I could play C major maybe like this, right? That's like an A minor 7, drop 2 voicing that I'm playing here. So I'm using the A minor 7, and then I'm getting a C6 chord, and then I'm playing the G maybe like this with the E minor 7, and then the E like this. So like this I'm having really 3 C major sounds if you want to. Right, so if you have a major chord, to use the minor 7 on the 3rd degree or the minor 7 on the 6th degree is like a common substitution practice, but I find it a little lame. Because it's C major, C major, C major. So maybe to add a little movement to it, I would maybe just try to put a secondary dominant in it, or like a 5 chord. So if I'm ending on the E here, so, you know, I'm thinking this is my first resting place, maybe I can play 5, right? So I can play the G with the G713. And then I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can play the C with the 2 chord. Then it would be like this, D minor 7. Which sounds in my ear much more interesting than... But I could of course also play the first chord like this. Right, so those are all options, and there are many different other ways to play it. Always think about the fact that the melody is stronger than the chord. So that means people hear the melody no matter what the chords are. So if I would be playing, sorry, any random chords, let's do that. That also sounds good, right? Sort of, you can still hear it, right? So this is something that you maybe also have been seeing with, oh, I forgot his name, you know, and he's just saying, of course you take any chord. But for me personally, if I can take any chord, I'm getting a little freaked out with all the possibilities. So I'm staying safe. So I would play like this. And then I'm going on to the next phrase, right? I'm still on the C major chord, but since I'm thinking about the lyric, the next sentence starts now. Then I'm thinking, so that will be my next resting point, right? So again, I can just like harmonize each note accordingly to the note, to the chord on the paper. So I could play C major, right, C major 9, E7, E7, E7. Using drop 2 voicings, right? Right here again I have like the A minor 7, E minor 7, and then it's all just like drop 2 voicings. Because I'm having a try it again, the E triad. So let's maybe, I really like to backcycle stuff like this. So let's start with the place of rest again. So the E is our resting place. So I'm thinking E tonic sort of in this context. And then I'm also thinking, but not knowing if it's going to sound good, to use the same concept that I used on the C major chord, just like also sometimes that's good to use the same thing. So I'm playing a 2-5-1 leading to E. So E, what would that be? F sharp minor, B7 leading to E. So I could play. I don't even know if I like that, because the E7 of course is altered in this context, so maybe I have to find something else. Ach so. So what's also nice is to use the E7 flat 9. I just have been thinking, because I want to have this sort of a minor character here on the dominant 7 chord. Now I remember from Jacob Bro, I analyzed his solo, and I'm thinking, what is he playing there again? I think he's playing B half diminished E7, yes, which is so much better. So basically coming from the C, and then he's playing B half diminished. Yeah, that I like. Yeah. Right, so then I would be like, it's also nice to stay on the B minor 7 there and not play the E. That's also nice. So just to harmonize the entire triad on a B half diminished. And then I would play B half diminished, E7 flat 9, E, oh, then it would be very nice. Let me, oh God. So it's, then it would be B half diminished. 5 would be the E7 flat 9. And then B minus 7 flat 5, 11. And then we could just like as an afterthought without the melody just play the E7. So that, of course I don't have a pen here, but now I know I'm going to B half diminished, right? And that sets a new whole context for the CDC. B half diminished. So now I'm wondering how can I lead those notes to the B half diminished. And I'm thinking maybe F7, 9. Oh, I like the, you know, because it starts so happy and then already gets dark. So I'm starting again. Okay. And then that's nice. That's also nice. I learned that from Chopin. Then we go on A, G, D, E on the A. Sorry. Here's the next resting place, right? Okay, let's start from the top. So I would always start again and find new ideas like I'm doing right now. And then it gets layered more and more, just starting over. Then A7, maybe I would play it like this. This chord I like. So I'm having a completely like altered chord. But it's very strong in its flavor, I don't know. A7, A7 flat 9, A flat 7, 9. Right, and here again I have this thing that I'm thinking backwards. Where will I land? I'm landing on the G, right? D minus 7, 11. And then the F. And stuff like this of course works, but I also find it kind of lame. So I will have to find something else. So my battery just gave up from the other camera. I just want to finish this video. So what can I do here? Oh, of course I can also think here. I could do it 2-5-1 to D minor, right? Like E half diminished, A. Right, so I'm having B flat, E half diminished. And with the F, I don't know yet. Oh, I don't know. But here I don't know. In the keys, actually, just thinking out loud, in the key it's written down as a D sharp, right? But in the key of C major, it's sort of a blue note, right? E flat. Right, so that's also a possibility. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just on at the top of my mind, I'm coming from A7. And then just for fun, I don't know, sharp 9. Sounds good to my ear. And then ending on the F, and everybody knows this tune so well. And then doing something strange there, sort of, and playing a chord that is already leading into the next one, F. right? That sounds good. Oh my god. Yeah, just wanted to share this process with you. There are going to be courses. I'm working on courses for chord melody arrangement. And yeah, for me, what fascinates me the most is basically that it's a mix of stuff I know and of stuff that all of a sudden comes to my mind and stuff that just sounds good. And yeah, so have fun exploring, don't be shy, try out new stuff. And of course, a basic understanding of music theory helps big time. So that's it for today. See you around. Bye.